In an age of information overload, we often believe that nothing in the world is truly hidden anymore. But scattered across the globe are countries so secretive, so misunderstood, that they seem to exist in the shadows outside the grasp of global media, tourists, or even Google. Today, join Topbit as we take you on a journey into the unknown. From unrecognized breakaway regions to isolated kingdoms in the mountains, from war-torn zones to totalitarian regimes, these are places that defy access and resist transparency. This is the top 10 most mysterious countries in the world. Number 10, South Ossetia. Tucked into the rugged mountains of the South Caucasus lies a disputed land known as South Ossetia. Few people have seen it, and even fewer truly understand it. It claims independence from Georgia and runs its own government, army, and currency. Yet, most of the world refuses to recognize it, except for a few nations, most notably Russia. Crossing into South Ossetia is nearly impossible. The borders are heavily guarded, and even journalists face extreme restrictions. There is no tourism industry, no foreign embassies, no international trade to speak of. The streets are quiet, the infrastructure worn, and the faces of the people reflect years of tension and uncertainty. Remnants of war, abandoned buildings, damaged roads, bullet-scarred walls are everywhere. It's a land trapped between the dream of independence and the harsh reality of international invisibility. South Ossetia's mystery lies not in what can be seen, but in everything it chooses to keep hidden. Number 9, Andorra. Between France and Spain lies a tiny mountain nation called Andorra. It's one of the smallest countries in the world, yet it has its own parliament, police force, and constitution that dates back to medieval times. It uses the euro but is not part of the European Union. It has no airport, no military, and almost no crime. Life here appears picture-perfect, quiet, wealthy, and pristine. But this serene lifestyle only deepens the intrigue. How does Andorra sustain its economy? Why does it remain so politically low-profile in the modern world? With banking secrecy laws and a tax haven reputation, some suspect much more goes on behind the scenes. Few outsiders ever look closely, because Andorra doesn't demand attention. It hides not in conflict, but in calm. Its mystery lies in its quiet success and deliberate isolation. Number 8, Libya. North Africa's Libya was once one of the continent's richest nations, thanks to massive oil reserves. Under Muammar Gaddafi, the country was ruled with an iron fist for over 40 years. His fall in 2011 left a power vacuum that plunged Libya into a spiral of civil wars and foreign interference. Today, Libya is fragmented. Warlords, militias, and rival governments fight for control. Foreign journalists are rare, and photography is often met with suspicion or hostility. Much of the country remains inaccessible to outsiders. Yet beneath the surface lies a land of untapped history, Roman ruins, vast deserts, and coastal cities that once flourished. The silence of its people, the erasure of its stories, and the absence of law create a modern void. Libya is like a locked vault, its trauma and treasures hidden away. Its mystery is one of lost grandeur, fractured identity, and the deafening silence of instability. Number 7, Afghanistan. Few countries have endured as much conflict as Afghanistan. From the Soviet invasion to US occupation, from the rise of the Taliban to their return, the nation has been shaped by war for generations. But behind the headlines is a culture few outsiders truly know. Afghanistan is home to dozens of ethnic groups, each with its own languages, traditions, and tribal systems. In the shadows of its mountains lie ancient Buddhist ruins, Silk Road relics, and valleys untouched by modernity. Tourism is virtually non-existent. Security risks are high. Yet the soul of the country remains unbroken. Poetry, music, and oral storytelling continue in secret, passed down through generations. The real Afghanistan is not defined by bullets or bombs, but by a people fiercely guarding their heritage. Its mystery lies in what survives, even when the world stops looking. Number 6, Yemen. At the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula lies Yemen, a country of ancient wonders and modern tragedy. Once known for its majestic cities and vibrant markets, it is now overwhelmed by war, famine, and disease. The ongoing civil war has created one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world. Foreign access is tightly restricted. Aid workers face immense danger. Photography is illegal in many regions, and media coverage is minimal. Yet Yemen is home to some of the oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth, like Sana'a, with its towering mud brick buildings and narrow labyrinthine streets. The culture is rich in poetry, music, and Islamic scholarship, but these stories rarely reach the outside world. Yemen is both ancient and fragile, beautiful and broken. Its mystery is a heartbreaking blend of history, isolation, and unimaginable human suffering. A land forgotten by most, but never truly gone. Number 5. Somalia. When people hear Somalia, they often think of pirates, warlords, and chaos. Since 1991, Somalia has been without a fully functioning central government. Instead, rival clans, Islamic insurgents, and local militias carve up the land and rule their own territories. Its once thriving coastline, rich in trade, has become a global symbol of modern piracy. Foreign ships sail with caution, and naval patrols from multiple countries guard its waters. Large parts of the country are off-limits to outsiders. Even seasoned journalists and aid workers enter at great risk, if they enter at all. But beyond the headlines, Somalia holds a deeper story. This is a land of nomadic tribes, centuries-old oral poetry, and an enduring cultural identity. Despite the collapse of formal institutions, communities adapt and survive through ancient clan-based systems. There are no skyscrapers or modern metros, but there is resilience. The world sees the violence. What it doesn't see is the quiet strength of people living through it. Somalia is a paradox, chaotic, yet continuous. Its mystery lies not only in its instability, but in how its soul has persisted despite it all. Number 4. Bhutan. High in the misty folds of the Himalayas lies a kingdom untouched by time, Bhutan. It is one of the last nations on Earth where tradition still triumphs over technology. Bhutan famously measures its progress not by GDP, but by gross national happiness. This is no marketing slogan, it is national policy. Television didn't arrive until 1999. The internet came shortly after, and even now, is scarce in rural regions. Tourism is tightly controlled. Visitors must pay high daily fees and follow strict, government-approved itineraries. You won't find billboards or chain restaurants here. What you will find are mountain monasteries clinging to cliffs, crimson-robed monks chanting in the wind, and prayer flags waving like whispers to the sky. Bhutan's forests are protected, its culture is preserved. There are no traffic lights in the capital. Everywhere, there is intentional stillness. Bhutan's mystery isn't a secret, it's a choice. It has chosen simplicity over speed, spirituality over spectacle. A land where silence speaks volumes. Number 3. Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan is a country few talk about, and even fewer truly understand. Located in Central Asia, this former Soviet republic is one of the most closed-off countries in the world. It's often compared to North Korea, and for good reason. Its capital, Ashgabat, is a surreal city of white marble buildings, golden statues, and empty highways. It holds the Guinness World Record for most white marble buildings. But beneath the surface lies an authoritarian regime that controls nearly every aspect of life. Freedom of speech is non-existent. Dissent is punished swiftly. The internet is heavily censored, with most global websites blocked or banned. Foreign journalists are rarely granted entry. And those who do get in see only what the government wants them to see. The nation's former president built a cult of personality so bizarre it included naming months after family members. Citizens are expected to revere their leaders, not question them. Turkmenistan isn't just hidden, it's curated. Its mystery is artificial, sterile, and deeply controlled. What you see may not be real. What's real may never be seen. Number 2. Eritrea. Often called the North Korea of Africa, Eritrea remains one of the most secretive and repressive states on the continent. Since gaining independence from Ethiopia in 1993, it has sealed itself off from the world. The government enforces mandatory military service for men and women that can last decades. Criticism of the regime is met with imprisonment, torture, or disappearance. Independent media does not exist. Foreign journalists are almost entirely banned. Even leaving the country legally is difficult. Most Eritreans cannot obtain passports. Yet, amid this isolation, the capital city of Asmara tells a different story. Its streets are lined with beautiful Art Deco architecture, a legacy of Italian colonialism. Cafes serve espresso. Vintage cinemas still operate. It feels strangely European, yet eerily quiet. This contrast only deepens the mystery. How can such beauty exist beside so much repression? Eritrea keeps its secrets behind iron walls and elegant facades. Its mystery is intentional, its silence enforced. It doesn't ask to be understood, only to be left alone. Number 1. North Korea. Topping our list is the most secretive nation in the world, North Korea. Ruled by the Kim dynasty, this totalitarian state controls every aspect of life. Citizens are taught to worship their leaders from birth. The media is pure propaganda. Dissent is unthinkable, and often fatal. Foreigners who visit are closely watched. Their movements are limited, their conversations monitored. Photos are restricted. They see only what the regime wants them to see: parades, monuments, and smiling children in perfect uniforms. But beyond these staged images lies a much darker reality. Famine, prison camps, fear, and indoctrination shape the daily life of ordinary North Koreans. Escape is nearly impossible. Even talking to outsiders can result in punishment. There are no public protests. No open internet. No free thought. North Korea hides in plain sight. Its mystery isn't just what's hidden, but what's fabricated. It is a nation built on illusion, fear, and control. And in a world full of cameras and satellites, it remains the one country we may never truly understand. These 10 countries remind us that the world is far more complex, and far more hidden, than it seems. Some conceal themselves behind conflict. Others, behind peace. Some resist global influence by force. Others, by choice. In a world obsessed with transparency, they have chosen obscurity. And in doing so, they have become enigmas, each a puzzle with missing pieces. Perhaps we're drawn to these places not just for what they hide, but for what they represent: independence, resilience, control, or chaos. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world's most mysterious countries. If you enjoyed this documentary, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. There's always more to discover, beyond the map. Until next time.